this was possible yet. I've been ruined by this old piece of shit.
They're like all dusty and covered with horse manure, fucking shit dust, and
Fucking
out in the
splooge.
barns.
Hey, how do you know he wasn't bringing in goats?
Yeah, he's looking at the
He's looking at the magazines and fucking a goat.
pulling in the goat. He's like, "Come here, fucking,
You're mine. I love you.
Remember that one time
You love me too.
talking about the young girls? This guy was.
You mean tighter than a 12-year-old?
Oh yeah, I mean this guy was eyeballing. I mean little girls, he didn't care, man. Boys, girls.
Eyeballing boys and girls.
Running through his head. I mean, just imagine the shit that was going through his
He's like,
head, man.
I'll bet it's tight.
That's tight.
Tighter than a frog's ass. Which was really fucking creepy coming out from behind those smoky lensed glasses he wore and shit.
Oh, they were Coke bottles, man.
And the fucking like pirate do-rag thing on his head.
Oh, well, he even had like leftover food from a week ago in that beard too.
Fucking chicken bones falling out.
That fucking thing had like lines of sweat. Fucking, I mean, you can probably count 3 months of sweat in that motherfucker at least.
Shit, he put a brush in that fucking thing. He'd comb out a baby.
Did he ever school you guys? Try to school you on how to smoke weed?
Oh
hell no. We were at that point. We were professionals.
Oh no, he still tried. He tried every fucking time. That loudmouth. He'd be like, "Here's how you do it. Here's how you carburate. You gotta take a big old." And he'd take a tiny hit.
Fucking cough his lungs out.
Yeah, he'd take a tiny little nip off a one hitter and fucking it'd be like eyes are bulging out. He's holding his nose and his cheeks are all puffed out and shit. Sound like he's gonna fucking have a heart attack.
You go like this. You go.
Yeah. Yeah. All the production, the snorting and all the snort and snuffle and shit.
He's like the ultimate weed Jew.
Oh yeah.
Didn't he always wear the overalls too, or was it a few here and there?
No, he
overalls
yeah, but mostly I just saw him in shorts and with a t-shirt on that was stretched to the limit of its fucking fabric capability because of his fucking huge hard gut hanging out all over the fucking place.
Well, I was telling Matt one of my first. I'd probably known him like a month, maybe two, and because I used to get a ride home from my friend from school, and I'd walk, and we go by Scooby's trailer. But this one day, you remember George, of course, and George, I was 14, and George got me my first bag of weed, right? And I gave him like $80 or $100, and he got me like something that was kind of close to like maybe an ounce, and I was all excited, because I had all these big buds. They're like these big giant colas, there's about 8 of them in this bag. Just like crusty, nuggety, chunky Colombian skunk buds, And so I go over there and I got this thing in my pocket, right? And I busted out. And old Scooby sees me pull it out of my pocket, dude, and his eyeballs just bulge out of his head. And he's like, "What the?" He's like, "Where did you get that?" And I go, "Oh, my friend got it for me. I just got it." And he's like, "Oh, man." He's like, "Are we going to smoke some of that?" He's like, "You owe me." And I was like, "All right." I was like, "Yeah, let's pack them up, man." We started packing them, smoking them. We got all high. And then he's like, "Hey," she's like, I got a proposition for you." And I said, "Okay." And he's like, give me half of that bag you got there, and I will hand illustrate the most fine pot growing manual that exists on this planet. He's like, I will draw pictures of the seedling, telling you how to fertilize it, grow it, water it. And he's like, when you grow this weed, it is going to have purple hairs on it that are going to be glowing in the morning mist when the sun shines on it with dew droplets. And he's like, it'll be the most beautiful, powerful weed you ever smoked. So much THC, it'll be dripping off the leaves. And I was like, I knew nothing about pot at that time, right? And he's just like telling me how amazing this.
God, he loved to hear himself talk, didn't he?
Yeah, and I was like, I started to imagine it, because I'm high, and I'm like, wow, that sounds amazing. Then I could grow my own, I wouldn't even have to pay for it, And so I was like, all right, man. I was like, that's a deal. He's like, yeah. He's like, I'll get it to you in, give me like 2 weeks, and I'll have this all handwritten out for you, all the magical ways to grow this weed. And so I give him half my bag because I'm just a sucker, right? And, so a couple weeks go by, and I was like, talk to my buddy. I'm like, hey, man. I was like, your uncle, have you seen him working on that manual for me at all? And he's like, oh, I don't know, man. You'll have to ask him yourself. So about 3 weeks.
He was working on those fucking gag magazines.
Yeah.
Pillow fiber magazines.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, but dude, the motherfucker never fucking made the book for me. I was
Amateur Pedo Monthly.
Yeah. Yeah, he took me for half my first bag of weed, man. That son of a bitch.
Duke, I love you. Yeah, man. Just to corroborate Greg's version of events. Yeah, we were in there, and we're looking around, and there's just like fucking nasty ashtrays all over everything, everywhere. Fucking every surface that can hold a fucking ashtray has one, and they're all full and shit, and it's just gross. His Scooby's dad is in there, fucking old man, fucking got a goddamn oxygen goddamn tank with a fucking mask hooked up to his face. Just sitting there fucking trying to breathe out his last breaths and fucking jerk off to the Duke. But he's got this fucking idiot son that's just fucking smoking like a bonfire in his house. It's fucking nasty. Fucking asshole. And then...
Yeah, it was like packs.
Yeah.
Like packs. It was like, you can just see, it's like a fucking...
That were worn in the dust. Because we were sitting there, and there's this, like, these racks, like those old school VHS racks, for, all your VHS movies. Yeah, and each fucking row of movies had what looked like an inch and a half, maybe 2 inches, like felt pad on top of it. You grab it and you could like lift the corner and like it would all come up like a piece of fabric, and it was just pure fucking hair and dust and shit mites and whatever the fuck else kind of unbelievable, unspeakable horror.
Yeah, I bet you the only bill Uncle Scooby paid was his dad's fucking life insurance policy.
Yeah, he made sure that one was fucking up to date. He's like, I made the payment again. Like, oh, good son, I'm so glad to see you give a shit.
Trying to breathe in some oxygen.
He's like, oh, please stop smoking like this in my home. I'm too weak to fight you. He's like, whatever.
Duke picture on every
Let me beat off to the Duke in my final days.
Yeah, I'd only gone up in there like once or twice, and I was just like, I was just like, my friend be like, hey, you want to go see if he's over there at his dad's house? And I was like, I'll fucking leave.
Yeah, man. That was a fucking house of horrors, man. And it had that weird photorealistic like forest wallpaper on the one wall of the living room. Like if you sat down on the couch and behind the TV there was this fucking photorealistic goddamn forest, like total 70s fucked up trip style.
Yeah, it probably had like one of those cypress wood.
Yeah, or like a birch forest or something with a deer coming through it, or it was some fucked up thing, but it was all like real, like a real picture. You're like, oh my god. And then all those John Wayne fucking pictures all over the place made it like really psychedelic to be in there and shit. You're just like, what the fuck is going on here? Velvet.
You might as well just put a fucking halo behind it.
It might as well just rub your penis on it.
I think I remember that.
A velvet painting of John Wayne. You can rub your pecker on it. Polish your balls with it. Yeah.
We look at each other. Does he want to suck his?
Yeah. Like, what, you want to suck the guy's dick or something? It's awkward now, man. Feeling weird. Are we in a John Wayne cult house? I don't know what the fuck this is. Well, howdy, Pilgrim. Oh my god, no. You probably would have wanted to suck my dick if I would have done an impression. Hey there, Pilgrim.
Did you hear that?
Oh,
Yeah.
Did you hold the phone up to your ass?
No. I was a few feet away. If I did that, the mic might have distorted a bit.
Oh, you probably would have had to do a deep cleaning of your phone afterward.
See, now I'm getting flashbacks with this.
You get pink eye. You get pink eye off your phone.
So did you ever work with Penzo?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. That motherfucker always, I was telling Matt the other day, I'm like, man, he always had like one hand on his hip. And Matt's like, oh yeah, half a fag,
Yeah, he did always do that.
It's that fucking faggy, like, don't forget, I was a wrestler, guys. Like, yeah. How can we forget?
And then the other leg was kind of like forward, straight,
Yeah, half a fag.
Oh, man. I mean, every time he did that shit, I'm like, man, what are you fucking doing, dude?
Half a
like the way
fag.
he posed,
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
That's that half a fag shit.
Fuck, you want to take a picture?
He was getting a chubby.
Chubby?
Yeah, he just didn't want it. He just didn't want it popping out of his pants.
He had tugged back in his ass crack.
We were fucking laughing our ass off the other day. Because one of the houses we did where fucking Baby Mouse was there. I was telling fucking Matt, when I came on the job site, every motherfucking thing was literally right in the center. I mean, every fucking
That was Scooby's.
shit was like piled up in the center of the room, and all there was is like 2 feet that you can walk around the whole fucking house. And
That was Scooby's sister's house.
Tore apart every motherfucking house. I mean, the bathroom, you couldn't even take a shit without looking at Pinky Boy in his fucking bedroom. Well, weren't you saying like their parents' bedroom was like you could see it into Pinky Boy's jerking off while he's fucking on the internet, fucking talking to these scrolls and tactics and just
Well, that was
cracked